So we're going to ferment some green beans and some carrots. You can choose to cut everything the same size, or you can, see, I like to put them all the same size, or you can chop them however you like. So you're going to lay these down flat inside the jar, and you notice the jar is the wide mouth rim. You can also use these kind of jars that have these kind of closures on them, the big, little, whatever size you want. So we're going to just pack the carrots in, and then we'll pack some green beans in. Just putting the green beans in, shoving them in here. So we're laying it down, trying to eat up all the space in there. Nice green, oops, lost a green bean to the park. Pull that one out, it's too long. You can trim them, you can leave them in whole, however you want. And then again, I'm just pushing down all these carrots. Carrots really go in all this little hidden spots as well because they're hard and you can shove them down in there. So, mostly carrots, right? I'm gonna go ahead and add a little pepper. You can add garlic to this. I have garlic with me, but I did not bring a tool. So add a habanero in there. Some scallions for flavor. I'm really going to push it all down in there. Make sure there's no air. So what we're doing is lacto fermentation. It causes the lactobacillus probiotic to grow. That's the good bacteria. And we use a salt solution in all fermentation. And the reason we do that is the salt keeps the it's critical, and it keeps the bad bacteria from growing, and it doesn't harm the lactose. And what we're doing is a anaerobic. So we have this solution. It was 2 cups water and 1.5 of salt, and you have to use sea salt or a really good salt. Do not use this here. This is very bad. The only thing you should be doing with this is, guess what? Cleaning stuff. Yeah, don't eat this ever. Okay, so I already pre-mixed the salt solution. We're just gonna pour it right in to our jar, leaving just a little head space at the top. Now, this will bubble as the gases are created. I'm just gonna push everything in really well. And you don't want anything floating on the top. You can weigh the stuff down. There's different ways to weigh things down. You could use a piece of vegetable like bell pepper or cabbage or something that you can shove on the top to layer it. Or you can use a Ziploc bag filled with water and you shove that in there, and that kind of weighs it down. Or they sell these little weights that you can put in here. So anything to weigh it down. We've got one little floater that'll end up being, but anything that doesn't get fully submerged would be tossed out. Okay, so then there's a way you can just simply use a cheesecloth. I mean a coffee filter, but I have a cheesecloth right here. And a lid. You can use a regular lid on these or a plastic lid, but remember it has to burp. So you're going to have to release the air a couple times a day. So one of the easiest things to do is just throw a coffee filter on it. I'm using a cheesecloth because I didn't have any coffee filters this morning. We're already packed. So this is the finished, well, almost finished product. We can wait 7 days, 4 to 7 days, and we can then taste it on day 4, see if we like it. We can keep letting it go until the taste that we want, about 7 days, and then put in the fridge, which will slow the process down, and you can consume that. And that'll also last several months, but they won't. This will be eaten fast, I'm sure. So a few things. You can use this brine after it's done to flavor beans. You can replace your salt and your water in your bread if you're making bread, or you can save some of this and use it as a starter on your next fermentation project. And let's see, the gas will escape, so that's why I have it this way. They also have these little things that go on top that let the liquid and gas escape. And that's about it. You can do any veggie. This one is carrots and green beans. You can do green beans, cucumbers, garlic, chilies, dill, ginger, carrots, celery, cabbage. The only thing you really don't want to ferment are really dark leafy greens like kale and such. But cabbage, of course, we all know, sauerkraut. So this is our fermentation process, and in a week this will be done and we'll be able to eat it. And this will be a little spicy because I put the habanero in here. You could put all sorts of different spices and veggies in here. So you could put black peppercorns, ginger, dill, whatever you're into. Get started and see what you like. It only takes a week before you're eating it, so you can play with a lot of different flavors and tastes. And if you don't like them, well, you've only spent about 10 minutes doing it and a week waiting for it. So not a big loss. And you're gonna create a great snack for your kids that are going to be great for their stomachs. This is a probiotic, so you want to be eating these as like a garnish on your, either just eating them or use them as a garnish when you're eating every day to keep that fermented probiotics in your belly, which are good. At 85% good bacteria is a good level to be. All right, that's it. I'm at Lago Seco Park here in Torrance. Hi. And I'm done here with this.